Good morning, everyone. How are we today? Little fired up, and as much as most of my videos are all positive and inspirational, sometimes we go through things in our lives that irritate us, frustrate us, and I am no different. So I figured I would share with you just that. Yesterday, without going into too much detail, yesterday my intentions were questioned. And it was based upon actions I was taking. What frustrates me is no one is perfect. I make choices that are wrong. I take actions that I think are going to be beneficial, and they're not. I, try different things on a regular basis, and they don't always work out. It happens. But what pisses me off is when someone questions my intentions. My intentions, and although those aren't always perfect either, but the majority of the time, my intentions are coming from a good place for a good reason. I was raised Catholic, and while I don't go to church anymore, one of the things that I still follow to this day is do unto others as you would have done unto you. I treat others the way I want to be treated. That's it. And when I'm doing something, my intentions very rarely are selfish. And I have come to recognize in the last few years, in looking back at my life, that the moments where I was selfish were the moments where I lost what I wanted. The moments I was selfish were the times where I was the least happy. So in that reflection, I have recognized that it just doesn't pay to be selfish. It pays to take care of myself. It pays to do what's best for me. But if my intentions are solely to do only for me, then I'm going to lose out. So my frame of mind now is to always do what's best for others as long as it doesn't take me away from who I am. So yesterday, my actions were actions I've been taking, and they were coming from a good place to do the right thing for what I was doing. And because someone did not understand the actions that I was taking, and they did not take the time to ask why I was doing what I was doing, assumptions were made, and I was in turn told not to do that anymore, only because nobody asked any questions about anything, because they assumed that I was not doing the right thing. They assumed that my intentions were bad. That pisses me off. I don't know if any of you have been in that situation. Please feel free to comment below if you have. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But in all the growth that I have gone through, and in the growth that I'm still going through, I'm seeing that communication openly and directly is the best way to go. You don't need to be a dick about things. You don't need to be condescending. But you need to be direct. And in one of the books that I have been reading lately, they talk about Russians. And when you go over to Russia, they're just straight up and direct. Right to the point. They don't wait. They just tell you how they're feeling right then and there. And for a lot of Americans, that's very difficult to handle. Because we live in a everybody gets a trophy society where, oh, God forbid we offend someone. God forbid we don't do this. God forbid we don't cater to or enable somebody in their behaviors because they might not do well. Well, Russians are more of the well, survival of the fittest. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you, and if you can't handle it, tough shit. Now, if that had been the conversation that transpired yesterday, none of this would have happened. I would have not been told to stop what I was doing, because they would have understood why I was doing it. But now that's not going to happen. And in the process of my own growth, while I am venting all of this to you, I'm also recognizing that my directions for myself and my intentions were good. And I cannot take this to heart because it is not me. And it is not the actions that I was taking or my intentions that were bad. It is the other person's reaction to those that caused me to be this way, and my reaction needs to also be in a good place and say, okay, I understand that you didn't understand. And I can question it, and if you don't want to talk about it, I need to just move on. That is fine. Because that was not my life. That is not the make or break point for me. And it's okay. And in doing yoga this morning, I was able to release most of that and move on. And through this, I can release the rest. Because, by the way, therapy is really good, and therapy really is just talking about what is going through your mind and heart and how you're feeling. So thank you all for being my therapists. I appreciate that. So that's where I was this morning, and I thank you all, and I ask that you please comment below with any situations you have been through like this. Have yourselves a great day, and we will talk later. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, or just like to smile like a fool sometimes, subscribe today and check out my other videos.